Hello people! Today we're doing a set that was inspired by a nail tech called Ray Nails. You'll see the picture coming up here in a bit. We're going to start off with some long coffin tips. And we're going to start with some Beetles. I saw this set and I really just fell in love with it. And I'm not recreating it totally, but I'm just using it as inspo. So I did change up some stuff, but I really love the original set of these, which you should be seeing soon, hopefully. Or not. Okay, it's going to pop in here in a few more seconds. And then we're using also Modelones. This is a glitter. There they are. Those are the ones I'm not recreating, and I switched out the white ones for a lighter blue, which we're going to do something with. But anyway, that was them. Okay, we're going in with this dark blue. I'm calling it a navy blue glitter. And there's the first coat done, and in they go. Yes, I know I scraped that one light blue one, but it's going to get covered up, so I'm not worried about it. And the second coat. This one I realized I didn't get any on the side edge. This is why when you're working on a rack like that, sometimes that happens, so you got to really watch out. Usually I only have that issue when I'm doing longer nails, but every now and again it'll happen on regular ones. Or what I'm calling regular. These are a long one, but not long, not extra long. You guys know what I mean. And of course my gloves got to get stuck underneath. I've got different gloves now than what I normally have, and I'm hating them. They're the same size as the other ones, but they seem like they're way bigger, so they're too loose on me. Okay, now for the second coat on the light blue ones, we're going to use this thread gel. Now this stuff is super duper thick. I mean, this is thicker than the mud gels. So you really got to kind of just smush it on here. Try to even it out as best you can. And then, when I am done playing with it here, we're going to take a dotting tool and we're just going to swirl in a design. You can put whatever you want. I'm just doing a bunch of little swirly bits or whatever, just to give it some movement. We're going for a snowstorm, kind of. Okay, then the other one. This is why I wasn't worried about that other one, that I bumped it, putting it in the lamp, and I took some off down the center. But it didn't matter because we're covering it up with this stuff, so. And same thing with this one. Okay. And now, am I done? I should be done. Okay, now we're ready to cure these. And in they're going to go. And back out. Now, we're going to do an aura. We're going to get that same light blue we started with. And I'm going to tear off a little piece of a makeup sponge. I just need a little bit. No point in wasting stuff. Waste not, want not. Okay, we're going to get some of the polish on there. We're going to dab some of it off, and then on these glitter nails, we're just going to go right down the center. Now this is going to take a few coats to get this to be the color we're shooting for here. And one more on the pinky nail. Okay, then I'm going to cure these. Now to be fair, I'm only curing these for 30 seconds in between those coats because it's super duper thin and I know that's going to cure it real quick. Okay, this is the second one. I don't remember if I showed a third one, but I did do 3 coats of this. I did speed this up, obviously. Okay, I'm going to cure that again. And I guess I am going to show you all 3. Okay. It takes, they're going to be super thin when you're sponging them on, so you're going to have to do a few coats to build up your color. Okay, then we're going to go over them with a layer top coat, mainly because on these swirly nails, I needed that to be a smooth surface, and it does. It is all full of ridges where you swirled that polish up. So while I'm at it, I'm just top coating everything. Since we're going to be painting on these, I wanted to make sure that those swirly nails were nice and smooth. And then we will cure that. That was a tempered top coat, FYI. Okay, now I've got some Born Pretty metallic drawing gel. Now this stuff worked beautifully, and I forgot to hit record when I did most of these, so you're only going to see me do the pinky now. But we're going to do dot snowflakes. So we're just going to put our dots on there. I know you've seen these done a million times by me and others, so I'm not too stressed that I didn't, you're not going to get to see all of it. But on some of these, I did just the center dot and then 4 going out, as you're going to see on here. And then I'm going to, once I pull through where the dots are, I am going to just do some little thin lines in between there, like so. On some of them, I did them this way. On some of them, I did more dots, so I was pulling through dots in every direction, and then some I didn't, because I wanted them to not be all exactly the same. But I will say I highly recommend this drawing gel, this metallic drawing gel. It worked beautifully. Not like that other crap that I tried last year of some other weird brand, but I gotta say, I don't think I've ever been disappointed with a Born Pretty product. They're all pretty good. I've never gotten a bad one from them. But anyway, that's all we're going to do to there. And here's what the rest of them look like that you didn't get to see. Now none of these have been cured yet. I was just about to put them into cure when I decided I wanted some teeny tiny little silver dots all over here. So I got my smallest dotting tool and I'm just making teeny tiny little dots, randomly placed. I'm avoiding that top corner because we're going to have embellishments there. Excuse me. Now these dots being this teeny tiny like that, they come out looking like little caviar beads. They're just randomly on there, which is kind of cool because you can't really do that with, well, you can do it with caviar beads, but odds are most of them are going to get knocked off. This way we've got that look of the little tiny beads everywhere, but I know they're firmly on there and they're not coming off. Same thing on this one. I'm going to avoid that same upper corner. I did have to keep dipping my dotting tool in for every dot pretty much though. It was only holding on to enough to do one at a time mostly. Okay, last one coming up. Once I get the dots on this last pinky nail, we'll be ready to cure these. And then, believe it or not, we're almost done. We just have embellishments to do after this. Oh, I take that back. There's still a top coat. Now, I wasn't sure if this drawing gel would be fine to leave as it was. So I am going to put a top coat over these just to be safe because I'm not too sure on that. I think it probably would be okay just, just as a finishing item. But to be safe, I'm top coating these after I cure them. Okay, final top coat going on. Now this is sped up obviously and half of it's out of shot, so bear with me. I'm working off my new phone now, so things are just a little tiny bit different. I've got to get used to them. Okay, that's going to get cured. Now moving on to embellishments. We got these light blue crystals for gem glue. We're going to use some of these pearls and some of the silver caviar beads and some of these opal ones. I'm going to use some of the white and some of the light blue. And here we go. Okay, we're going to slather some gem glue on this upper corner. And then I'm just going to randomly put these on here. No rhyme or reason. Just whatever I pick up, I'm just going to blop them all up here in the corner. As soon as I can get them to cooperate and be facing the right direction. And as I said, there's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just taking a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And obviously, I try to put the bigger ones towards the center. And then kind of, as I come out to the edges, kind of go with the smaller ones. I left this one in real time, but when we do the ring finger one, I will have that one sped up. It does seem like it's a little bit slightly out of focus too. I don't understand what's happening. Like I said, new phone. I gotta figure out what the deal is with this. I went from using an iPhone 11 to now a new one, which is a 17, and there has been a lot of changes in all those years. So I'm still figuring stuff out. I've only been fully using it. I've had it for a couple weeks, but I've only been fully using it now for this last week here. Prior to that, I was kind of going back and forth between the two of them because I had a lot of stuff on this newer one that I wasn't able to get working properly the way I needed it to work. So there's a lot of figuring things out, trial and error here. But anyway, I'm very grateful to have a new phone. Oh, and before I forget, I finally remembered to get Lila's picture in here. So if you wait and if you're interested, and if you wait till the very tail end, after the nail picture is fully done, her picture will be at the end of this. She's a little cutie. She's settling into our little family, our full family and our family of cats, and she's settled in quite nicely now. She got full run of the house with everybody. I'm still trying to get her in to get an appointment for spaying. I've got to track down a new place for that. when we took her to the vet for her initial checkup, they wanted $725 to spay. And I told them, forget it. That is ridiculously overpriced, and I just can't afford that. So now I'm shopping around for a new place. Plus, they gave her vaccines when I had told them at the outset that I was not getting vaccines for her because that was going to cost an extra chunk of, like, that added another $100 to my bill. And just for a checkup, it was like $300 and some dollars. And they really didn't do anything other than look her over and give her the vaccines that I didn't want anyway. So needless to say, I was pissed by the time I left there. And anyway, that has nothing to do with nails. I'm just venting. Hope you guys are getting yourselves ready for Christmas because we're running out of time here pretty rapidly. I have a craft show this weekend, so I'm hoping to make some money from there. As I definitely need that. And whatever doesn't, I've made some Christmas stuff. Whatever doesn't sell this weekend at the craft show is going to be put up on my Etsy shop. So you could check that out if you're interested in that. I've got some really cute candy cane trays, some gnomes that I made out of clay that are magnets, a couple of magnet snowmen, and the rest of my miscellaneous stuff. All my jewelry and let me think what else. Some of my trays, not the Christmas ones, but regular stuff. All of that's already on my Etsy shop. If you want to look at any of that, my shop is called The Jovial Hippie. Okay, I decided after I got done with that corner cluster of stuff on the thumb that I wanted a crystal in the middle of each of the snowflakes, so that's what I'm doing here now. I put the one on the thumb, and then now I'm just going in on these other ones, and I don't know why the focus is so crazy on this. I'm going to have to do some more research into that. Okay, I'm just putting the center snowflake crystals on all of those glitter nails right now. And I'm just going with the smallest ones in these light blue. Got a twofer on that one. Picked up 2 at a time. And once again, make sure you press them down into the glue because sometimes they like to float on top. And if you don't press them in, they'll get knocked off easily. I like to press them in to the point where the glue just barely starts to squoosh up over the side edges of the crystals. That way I know they're going to be held on there pretty good. As another side note, my Christmas nails that I had put one crystal on each nail, I've already replaced both thumbs and the whole hand worth of the little crystals on one hand. And now I'm looking at them, I see I've already lost another one off of there, which is not surprising. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, now I have sped this one up, but we're basically going to do the exact same thing we did on the thumbnail. But like I said, I knew that was going to happen on my nails, because when you put crystals on singly like that, they almost always get knocked off. Hence the reason I like to cluster mine together. I never have any issues with losing any when they're all clustered like that. Like they protect each other somehow. The bummer with those opal crystals, when you see them in the box, you see the colors of them, but when you put them on something, they almost go pretty much clear. You can see the ones that are the opal ones because they'll have kind of a yellowy like there on the right, you'll see those kind of white ones. They get like a yellowy kind of, and that one too. Look to them. Even the blue ones. See, they kind of lose their color when you put them on stuff, which is a bummer because they're really pretty colors. And just popping in some of the bigger caviar beads. Then I'll add some littler ones, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I didn't do the littler ones on this one. And just making sure nothing's hanging over the edge. And then we're going to be ready for curing, I think. Or not. Decided to pop in one more there. And now some littler ones are going to go on. As soon as I get some more glue. Glue. And glue. Alrighty then, I think we're done. And there they are, going to go in for curing. And here we are all finished. Our snowy night nails. Thank you, Ray Nails, for the inspo for this. I like these infinitely better than my last set of Christmas nails. And the finished picture. And if you hang on till the end of this, you'll see Lilith. There she is. Isn't she cute? She's such a sweetie. Okay, guys, that's all I got. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.